Oh, hey, Mike, what are you doing today? Well, I am glad that you asked. Today, I have a couple of things in mind. One is I think I need to improve on my filming equipment. Right now, I'm holding a phone, which actually seems to work pretty well. I think I'm probably going to continue to use that for quite some time because it's not a bad piece of equipment. But I need a way to hold it whenever I'm trying to perform projects. I can't just sit here one-handed the entire time and try to operate on building things and working on stuff without another hand, so to say. So I think that we're going to try to make a trip today over to the camera store, if that's what you call it, and see if we can get our hands on a stand that'll hold a phone camera. I've tried filming a few things with that camcorder that I showed you guys a while back, and that didn't go bad, but it went bad. I didn't like it. It's kind of low in terms of video quality. It's not so great in terms of audio quality, and it doesn't really have the view that I need. This is, I'm holding you out probably about half of my arm's length right now, and the frame of this camera is great because I can use my hand gestures as I talk to you, and you can see quite a bit in the frame. And you can see there behind me is a little 3D printer and then a boring 2D printer, and then of course I can always turn in. You can see my dogs and their dumb shenanigans whenever they produce them. A lot easier in this camera than you can in the other camera that I've tried using. So I am going to try to find a way to utilize this camera a little bit more. And I think that I've seen a lot of other people that are vlogging either use a DSLR camera or they use a GoPro camera. And I think that I might opt more towards the GoPro camera because as we progress, I'm going to need to start putting cameras inside of vehicles. Now, that's only one of the things that we need to fix today. The next things that I have an issue with today is that I am hungry and I am sober, and I need to go ahead and change both of those. So I think that while I'm out and about, I'm probably going to go stop by a good Mexican food restaurant and get myself some margaritas while I'm at it. So there ain't nothing to it but to do. Oh, no, sorry, hold on. I got to go ahead and feed my dogs. Let me go ahead and walk on in over here real quick and get myself a cup full of dog feed and see if I can get these guys to be satisfied with me for the day. There we go. They've been whining at me all morning about the sheer lack of food that I have been giving them. Buddy is trapped over there in that cage today. Buddy has decided that she is going to be an adult female and has gone into heat. And I already know many of you are going to say I need to go ahead and get her fixed, and you are absolutely correct. I absolutely need to do that. In fact, the last time I made the mistake of not getting her fixed, I got one of these. Yeah, we're talking about you. So that's a bit of an issue there. And she's going to stay there until she's no longer acting like a... I wanted to use a word there that would describe a female canine in heat. But it occurred to me that there's an algorithm and there are robots that watch these things and try to prevent bad things from being said. So we're going to go ahead and not use that word because YouTube thinks it's offensive. So go ahead and give her water. She's already got some food in there that she's been chomping on earlier today. So that's all good to go. Okie dokie, let's go ahead and hop in a truck and let's go ahead and drive a place, buy some things, then you drive another place, get some food, and then maybe get a little bit of alcohol in our system, and then maybe we might get ourselves into some trouble later on today playing around with some of the shenanigans that we have here in the shop. Until then. Okay, bear with me here. I promise there used to be a place over here. I'm over here at the Bayberg Mall, and there used to be a place called Cameras and something, I think. I can't remember exactly, but they're not there anymore. That's not what I remember not being there. Sun and Ski Sports is still there, though. That's nice. I'm going to have a quick drive around, and I suspect I'm probably going to be heading out to another place. Let's see. Yeah, there's Bath Junkie, which used to be a camera place right over here. And oops. There's Best Buy across the street, and I know last time I was there they had some video supplies. So I think that that's probably where I'm going to be going next then. So that'll be next on the list. Oh! Is that a Ford Ranger? I gotta tell you, I love the way this mustache is working out. It's fantastic. The only downside is that a whole bunch of these places are still requiring me to wear a face covering, which covers up my mustache. So we just got some things taken care of. We got our hands on. Y'all have seen the way some of this stuff has gone. I have this old tripod here, and it does the job. I can't complain too much about it. There's the person having a hard time finding a parking spot over here. Okay. Anyway, that tripod doesn't do bad, but it also doesn't really do good. I just got a chance to look in there and found the exact same model, the exact same brand that is made by this company, and found out that it's gone through an update, which does solve some of the complaints I've had about this tripod so far. It's probably about time I get a new one. Anyway, this thing I think I purchased in 2012, when we can see the wear and tear and damage that this thing is taking on. You can see there's a foot missing there, and it's not quite it's not quite linear anymore. I've abused it. This is the camera we've been using. Canon, I hear, is a pretty dang good brand. I'm pretty sure it's actually backwards, so let me go ahead and, for those of you who can read upside down, I hear it's pretty good. That particular camera, again, old. I think I purchased it in 2012. It's an old camera. So we're gonna go ahead and modernize a little bit. I got myself this kit here. This is the kit, it's the Go Viral series, I think it is. The actual brand is, oh boy, Digipower, if I'm not mistaken. And it comes with quite a few things. You can see there. Any one of you, if you're interested, can pause and take a look here. I'll go ahead and show you the back. That way you can do the same thing, and if you're interested, then you can go and check it out and purchase it for yourself. I'll be using it myself, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how it works for various things. It actually has a boom mic included. It has lighting. It has mounts for a smartphone. And I tell you what, smartphones are no slouch when it comes to the camera department anymore. It doesn't matter if you're an iPhone user or if you're a Droid user, or even in some third-party cases, these cameras have been advanced so dang far that they are just a very impressive utensil. So that was that adventure. I would have recorded, but I respect everybody else's privacy, and didn't really feel comfortable asking people if they wanted to be on camera and talk to a potential couple thousand strangers. So next up, food. Let's go figure that part out. I just had to show you that first. All right, so I have gotten back from the restaurant, had some Mexican food. It was a little bit disappointing. Not so much, and it tasted delicious, don't get me wrong, but I had some bones in the chicken, and I'm a texture eater, and it drove me crazy. I told the guy nicely, and I told him, hey, this is all fine and dandy. I will pay for the meal, I just don't want the chicken. And then he brought me a whole second dish of the exact same thing and ordered to take to go. And I did not ask for that. Fantastic guys. Las Haciendas over here in Texas. Absolutely give them a look. They're fantastic. It was fantastic. But I wanted to show you a couple of things before we went on with the rest of my adventure. This started out as a lazy vlog, and I just kind of decided I wanted to do more, and here I am doing more. So, to the ground. Yeah. Well, I was trying to be dramatic whenever I made my way to the ground, and I accidentally pushed the button, and now we closed, but now here. So, this particular truck right here, I've made some improvements to. They're pretty simple, nothing really special going on there, so to say. But I am very happy with the way that some of these improvements went out. One of the things I had problems with, and I think that this was featured in a video long ago, was that this thing had rusted out exhaust. And at that, the original muffler was just a simple chambered muffler, which made this thing loud and obnoxious, and it being so dang slow, it has no business being that loud. I don't mind loud vehicles, but when it takes you 17 seconds to go from 0 to 60, you better shut up. You know what I mean? So, let's go ahead and move you around this way! And I'll show you the first thing I've done, which is this right here. So, starting there, you can see my weld joint there. I'll go ahead and give you a closer look for some of you welding inspectors. It ain't perfect, it ain't particularly, there's nothing really special about it, but it's there. This is a muffler that I'll tell you about here in just a second, and then I just simply drove it out this way and dumped it just outside the body. If I go ahead and move on over here, now that you know it's there, you can see it right there. It's kind of stealth. I painted it all black because it was just mild steel, and it doesn't take long for that kind of stuff to rust up. But it sounds so much better. A friend of mine bought that muffler and gave it to me, and I just had it sitting around and decided I'd go ahead and put it on this because why the hell not? I wasn't confident that it would be a nice muffler. I was in fact expecting that muffler would be loud, obnoxious, and annoying, because the design is literally just a straight through pipe. You can pick it up and hold it like this, and you can see through the other side clear as day, and it has like some fiberglass packing around the outside. It's got a perforated tube. Wow, this is echoey. Holy cow, I was trying to get out of the wind and I made it worse. So the muffler is just a straight through design with a perforated tube, and it's got fiberglass packing on the exterior of that tube. And I was not expecting it to make that much of a difference, but I'm surprised. It was a very impressive difference, and much better. I can actually hear myself talk. I can drive. The vehicle makes a decent amount of noise. It's much more respectable now. It is a much better setup. Next up, I went ahead and I changed. This is a Bluetooth radio. I bought it for cheap. I think it was like $60 at O'Reilly's. And I went ahead and I put it in. It's got some obviously wiring in the back. It's not difficult to do. Have never done radio wiring before, and I didn't know it was so dang easy to do. I was kind of expecting it to be one of those things that would probably be a all-day wiring chore, but nope. So I bought that and put it in. The main reason I did it is because the old radio accepted auxiliary cord and it accepted USB, and that was about as much as that it was able to do. And back then, that was fantastic technology. But nowadays, it ain't. And so, Bluetooth is the way to go. I can use my phone's music, I can use an ebook, and I can learn a thing or two, and I'm on my way here and there to different service calls. So, this has made things much better, and I thought I had blown out speakers, but I plugged it in, and these speakers all worked. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this thing inside, along with my leftover food that I left in here while I took a nap, which is probably not the most intelligent decision I've made all day. And we're going to go ahead and open it up and check and see what's going on. And here we go. We'll go ahead and give this a try here, see how that goes. Here's my cute pups. That is their couch. I don't sit there. That's just what they enjoy whenever I'm not around. So, here we go. This thing is pretty fantastic. I'm holding it by the stick that comes in the bottom. It's all adjustable and rotatable. I've got this amazing boom mic and this light. It's pretty darn bright to stare at. This hurts. Let's go ahead and have a quick walk around my garage, and I'll show you some of what I've done, some of what I got up and coming, and some of the projects that I'm kind of sort of working on. So, here we go. Alrighty, in here, this is my kitchen space. I plan on doing a few cooking videos on occasion. It's not the world's best, I know, but it is what it is. That is my dirt bike from long ago. In fact, my first dirt bike ever, actually. It's pretty darn fantastic. So there's that. Let's go ahead and move on over here. This is a smoking pit. I picked this up here recently. This is weird. Like right here, I've got a bar covering up part of the screen, and I can't quite see so well, but it's not doing bad. So I have here this smoking pit. I picked that up. I'm planning on making these legs for it over here. This is weird. I plan on making these legs for it to make it a little bit more sturdy, and I'll show y'all some of my little concoctions I've made up with there as well. Of course, I got the Bronco in here. It is due to be pulled apart. It is slowly marking its territory and making a little bit of a mess, but that is a-okay. So that is what we've got going on there. I've got a lot of disassembly to do. This whole roll cage is going to be coming out. This whole front end is going to be coming off. Suspension work's going to be done. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. Here is what used to be. Let me go ahead and back up here. Hey, you. You running away? All right. So we've got ourselves, this is my old shower assembly here. I moved that. You'll have not seen it yet, but I built a tub assembly. And spoiler alert over here. There it is. This is my tub assembly. This is where a lot of the bathing and stuff takes action. I live here and kind of need to be able to maintain my hygiene, and this is a fantastic way of reducing stress. So I just put that in. You'll see a video about that here relatively soon. Still got some work I need to do on it. I need to kind of build some small walls here. I need to build some walls up there and get myself an actual shower assembly that'll actually fit this tub But so far, this is pretty fantastic. My water here is not particularly clean. You can see I've left myself a few stains here just from the water level as it goes, but it's otherwise been pretty fantastic. Now, back to this direction. Here is Oscar. He is getting to be a little bit of an old man, but he still has that puppy kind of mindset. I never really stopped playing with him, and so he enjoys it all the time. This is his son. This is Smitty. He's a nervous dog. He's scared of everything all the time. They recently got in a scuffle, and that's why he's limping, because he got his ass beat by this old man and is feeling the pain because of it. So yeah, I'm talking to you. You should be embarrassed. In there is Buddy. Let's see, I'm trying to record through this brace that's on my phone. Over there is Buddy. She's in the cage. She has not been a very good puppy today, and so she is staying in the cage of shame in order to repent for her sins. And then, lastly, we have ourselves the wondrous Cinderella. She is afraid of everything. She has been in multiple fights. One was the crawfish, a dry leaf, and an extension cord, and all 3 times she lost the fight. Hey, Cinderella, you're supposed to be dangerous, mean, and aggressive. That's not how pit bulls work. Yeah, think about that. Okay, so that was my first little test run of this thing here, and so far, I tell you, I think this whole rig is pretty fantastic. I can set it up on this little tripod here on various different surfaces, and I can actually thread it into my bigger tripod setup that I've got over there in the truck. So, that's all pretty fantastic. This was supposed to be a lazy vlog, but I ended up doing more recording than I imagined that I would. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video, and if you have any ideas or thoughts or curiosities what went on, be sure to comment down below, and I will do my best to respond while I still can. Thank you very much, and y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. Goodbye! Boop!